To be a metahuman is not science fiction, and it is certainly not about being a superhero. To be metahuman means to move past the limitations constructed by the mind and enter a new state of awareness where we have deliberate and concrete access to peak experiences that can transform our lives from the inside out. There are only two things, the scenery and the seer. The seer is the one who sees everything that appears on the screen of consciousness, or another name, awareness. All of that is scenery. I am part of the scenery. My voice and the waterfalls are part of the scenery. The trees are part of the scenery. The snow, the sound of the water and wind, all part of the scenery. Everything around you, your body is also part of the scenery because you can see it. What about your ego identity? This is also part of the scenery. You are aware of it, and it evolves over time. It changes. What about the mind and thoughts? They are also part of the scenery. Feelings and emotions come and go on the screen of consciousness. Your imagination and all the images you have come and go, always changing. The world you see right now, being what you see, the waterfalls, your body, the chair you were sitting on, everything you were looking at. It is a changing perceptual activity in you, in consciousness. Physical body, physical universe, mind, intellect, and ego, which includes thoughts, feelings, emotions, images, personality. These are all part of the scenery. The scenery is always changing. Your thoughts are changing, images are changing, emotions are changing. The scenery never stops. It is always changing. What generates the scenery is what we call seeing, the intention to see. The intention to see your hand, a painting, or your body. It is this intention that generates the perceptual activity that ultimately results in body-mind all being part of the scenery. And the scenery is constantly in flux. And what is really in flux is the excitations of awareness that generate the scenery, that know the scenery, that experience the scenery, and into which the scenery dissolves. The scene is generated by intention, and the intention is generated in awareness. So awareness creates both the scene and the scenery. But awareness always remains as the seer. You are the non-changing seer in the midst of the changing scenery, the non-changing seer. You remain grounded in your identity as the seer and not the changing scenery. Anything that appears on the screen of consciousness is scenery, an object. The scenery is not just the physical world, it is also the mind. The seer creates the scenery, a symbolic representation of the seer. The seer chooses the scenery, then the seer invents itself in the scenery and confuses itself as the scenery. It is the sacrifice of the self that creates the changing scenery, the sacrificing itself as the scenery. So as long as you understand that your true identity is not the scenery, but the seer of it.